Now, this is so live.
Hey everyone, if you're a subscriber to the channel but you want more exclusive content, consider becoming a Storm Nation member. You can just click the join button and pick one of the 3 tiers that best suit you, and you get more exclusive content such as my top 3, Ask Robert, where tier 2 and tier 3 members get to ask me questions, or the weekly Storm Nation live stream, which is a live stream that's exclusive to only Storm Nation members, hosted by both me and Filmmaster Adam, where you guys, the mega tier members, actually get to be a part of the stream. So if you guys want more exclusive content that's not available for regular subscribers, be sure to hit the join button, pick a tier that best suits you, and it helps support the channel, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys. Have a good day.
Hey. Welcome to the show. Do not adjust your channel. Do not adjust your dial. Yes, this is Storms Live on Comic Chat's channel. Thank y'all all for coming. We're going to get into the show. Before we get into the show, we're going to go around and let the panel introduce themselves. The founder of Storms Live is to my left, my right, as you're looking at it, Mr. Robert Storms. What's going on with you, sir?
I'm in a good mood.
I can tell.
I wonder why.
I wonder why. Below him is another member of the Storms Live crew, Mr. Anzo. What's going on with you, sir?
I'm doing good. What is up? What is up? This is what I'm talking about, guys. Storms Live on Danny's channel. Doesn't get no better than that.
All right. And last but not least is a special guest. First time on the show, first time on the panel. He is Mr. Thin Ghost. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, what's going on, everybody, man? I'm super excited to talk about Invincible.
Dude, I've been trying to get to work with you for months, man. For months, I've been trying to work with you, man.
Hey, it's finally happening, man. You know what I'm saying? Good things got to have a little wait for it. And, this is the perfect time to talk about it. This is the best time to talk about it, actually. Having everything out there. Woo, that episode, man.
This guy, you can tell he's already going to be on point because look what he's wearing, guys.
Show people.
Oh, yeah. I'm not playing. I'm not playing, man. Look, I got the whole, you know what I'm saying? I'm not playing, man. I'm not that buff, but I'm gonna fill it out. I'm gonna fill it out one of these days. You know what I'm saying? I can't put the hair part on because I'm gonna mess up the hair. You know what I'm saying? But
it's all good, brother.
Yeah, definitely excited, man.
Rob told me today, I was asking what's the topic going to be. I was trying to think of some topics, and he told me, I think yesterday, it's going to be Invincible. I was like, I ain't watched the last 3. So little did I know, I had the Prime Video app on my phone. So guess what I did for 3 hours a day at work? I watched and caught up with Invincible.
You did right.
So I am ready to talk about it. I'm telling you, man, hot show. Ended off really crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. Let me.
I don't know.
Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, go ahead.
So what do you think? We're gonna go around. We'll start off first with Mr. Rob. One word to describe this. One word in your to describe this episode. What one word would you?
This episode, one word: lit. This episode was lit. I've been very critical about this show. I liked it, but I was very critical of the way they introduced things. Thin Ghost will probably be on the same page or at least understand where I'm coming from because they introduce stuff that happens 25 issues into something that's taking place before issue 12. Like the whole robot and the Rex thing, that happens much later. So I was very critical with that. But at the end of the day,
that surprised me too. I wasn't expecting that at all. That just really caught me off guard.
At the end of the day, it gave me what I wanted. I said it months ago that the season finale will be Omni-Man versus Invincible, and that's what the season finale was. The fight was a little more brutal than it was in the comics, especially with the subway scene.
That was sick. That was sick.
Man,
but what got me, because this episode got me emotional twice. The part where he's like, we live for hundreds and thousands of years. Like, what are you going to have like 100 years from now? And he's like, I'll have you, Dad. I'm like, oh. And then the scene with the montage where they're just playing the music and they're all just kind of going on with their lives and stuff. It was very, very well done, this episode.
The execution was amazing, man. Like, I loved how they did it. And like what I was saying a lot in my videos, man, to go back off what you were saying about like how like you was critical about how they did some of the changes, is Robert Kirkman actually said in an article before the show started that he wanted to make like some changes as far as like the order that he did like some of the arcs or some of the plot points and stuff, because he felt like a lot of the stories like the D.A. St. Clair stuff, or the stuff that happened with the Flaxens, when they went to Mars and all that, like he felt like a lot of these plot points would have been better to get them out the way, you know what I'm saying, while Omni-Man was still there, as opposed to how it was in the comic where they kind of got this Omni-Man stuff out of the way super fast in the comic, right? And then you got all these other plot points afterwards, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he took care of both of them with one swing, like he got all the extra plot points out the way in season 1, as well as, the whole plot with Omni-Man. So I like how he mixed it all in like that. But it kind of makes you wonder what they're going to do with all that time in season 2. Because it's like he got rid of a lot of those plots already. You know what I'm saying? That we probably would have been seeing going into season 2. Like he already took care of a lot of them.
From someone who doesn't read the comics, I thought the whole series was fire. From episode 1 all the way to the end, I understand where you guys were coming from, where there was a lot of things that were cut out. But I told Rob, I'm like, it's Kirkman who did it, Walking Dead guy. So that there's gonna be shit that's gonna be different or cut out or whatever. But from what I seen from the cartoon, I was just like, yo, this is fucking amazing. It's brutal, it's the animation is well done.
Yeah,
fucking
great.
What
tripped me out was I don't know, I can't recall the names like y'all do, but the robot that like put his conscience in that body.
Robot. His name is Robot.
Yeah, Robot.
I didn't see that coming. I know he was falling for that monster girl.
That happens so much later in the comics.
Yeah, though. Like they really rushed that, man. Like I'm not even gonna lie.
When they showed him do the DNA thing in like episode 5, I'm like, what? We're doing this shit now?
I thought that was probably going to be like maybe the end of season 2 or something like that, where they would even allude to it, like not even do it. So that plot was definitely sped up. But I do like how they did, like overall they did this really with the whole season. But I really like how they add in a lot of anime, a lot of animated original stuff, and then they still manage to put the comic book accurate stuff in there as well. I feel like Robert Kirkman is doing a much better job with like doing this than how he did with the Walking Dead, and he was changing stuff around.
Well, The Walking Dead, if you watch the first 2 seasons, was very comic book accurate.
Yeah, it was very.
It wasn't until AMC got in the way and Kirkman started getting phased out that they started kind of like taking these side paths.
Didn't the dude that worked on what's his name, Green Mile? I know he worked on the first 2 seasons. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, the director.
He real good with talk scenes, man. Frank Darabont.
Just watch what you guys say about Walking Dead. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, I love Walking Dead, man. I love Walking Dead. But I'm gonna tell people what I said in my video. Though I was like, the way they got Invincible, I feel like whatever you don't have in the show, you can get it in the comic, and whatever the comic doesn't like flesh out more, whatever the comic like is lacking on. They do that in the show too. So it's like it's kind of like 2 sides of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? So
correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't the old guy that's to be in the suit and the red tie, he's kind of like running the Secret Service.
Cecil?
Okay. Didn't he steal that crazy guy's tech and made his own set of robots?
No, he stole the crazy guy.
Yeah, he stole the guy. No, he took it a step further, man. Like he took he actually took D.A. St. Clair.
Yeah, there's a reason, and that's why I remember when me and Aldo were talking about the show. I'm like, dude, they haven't even introduced Sinclair. What the fuck? He's gonna play a huge part later on in the show.
Yeah,
right. So when they finally introduced Sinclair, I was like, okay, awesome, because that's gonna play a huge part probably in next season, I would assume. But there was something gonna ask Danny. Oh yeah, Danny. So now that you watched it, do you see where I got the comparison of where it's like Dragon Ball Z meets Superman?
Yeah, it's straight up Dragon Ball Z. They stole
because the Vulcanites are Saiyans.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like a mix. I'm telling you, it's like a perfect mix between like Dragon Ball Z, a little bit of Spider-Man, a little bit of Superman up in there. You know what I'm saying? With like his personality or whatever. You know.
One thing I like, he said, the older they get, the slower they age.
Just like Goku and Vegeta.
Nah, that's hot right there, boy. I wish I had that kind of power.
He said all of these people will be gone, the world will be gone before you even look 30. I was like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need that. I
ain't lying. I need that right there.
I'm still a little upset that they made Nolan such a fucking asshole because he was not that douchebag in the comic. Like he was a nice guy. So when the turn happened, the readers were shocked. They're like, "Oh my god, what?" But like in the show, they make it clear like this dude's a fucking dickhead.
I love it.
Like I think maybe like he leaning so far into that though, kind of like to hide what he really feels. You know what I'm saying? Like you know he got some feeling.
They're gonna have to explain that in the next season because like I don't want to get too much into spoilers. I know Anzo already read or watched the video on the history. But when Omni-Man comes back, he's a good guy. They're gonna have to explain how he's suddenly a good guy again after doing such horrible things.
But the other bad guy, he gonna be hell. Like he gonna be a problem.
Conquest or Thrag?
Oh yeah, but both, man. Like,
Conquest, man.
You saw that?
You gonna be a problem.
You saw him when he popped up real quick in the little when they was in the little flashback. Man, I lost my mind. I almost had a heart attack.
Conquest is gonna be
a serious problem.
Oh, he's gonna kill some motherfuckers.
Who's read the comic? Like who's
I own every issue. I own every single issue. I own every trade paperback, every hardcover.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, like if y'all like have read any epic, like super intense, bloody fight in a comic before, bro, read the Conquest fight, then come back to that fight and then like compare them. Because I'm telling you, like I haven't seen a fight that raw in a comic book like in a very long time. Like it was just so intense, and I already know that they're gonna add more to it because they already like further fleshed out and add more to the fight with his dad. So I can't imagine what they're gonna do. This is
sort of a spoiler, so if you guys don't want to be spoiled, I'm gonna spoil something here. When Conquest kills Eve, Mark goes like Super Saiyan 4 on that motherfucker, dude.
Ooh, but look, the ending of that fight when he headbutted him over and over and over and just didn't stop, like that part right there. Like his face looked like ate lasagna, like some lasagna y'all didn't already started eating. Like that's how his face looked after he got done headbutting. Like
are they supposed to be stronger than Superman? A strong ass Superman?
I actually made a video. Oh, my fault. Go ahead, Robert. My fault.
I don't know if they're stronger than Superman, but they don't have the weakness that Superman has. Like Kryptonite, Vultramites have a different weakness. It's in their ear, but unlike Superman, a Vultramite can get beat to shit and get stronger, like Goku and Vegeta. Where Superman, he's pretty much the same strength. Like if he gets beat down, he's not going to be stronger next time. Where every time Mark gets almost killed, he's going to come back stronger tenfold.
Yeah, so that's another thing, just like Dragon Ball Z right there.
Yeah, they're pretty much Saiyans all the way down to the T.
They stole a lot of that stuff, but hey, I ain't mad at them.
Yeah, it's all about the execution, man. And they're doing a good job with this execution right now. It's like Invincible really always been like that, though. Even the comic book, man, like Robert Kirkman did not hide the fact that he was ripping off a lot of stuff. But
he even pointed it out. Like Doc Ock is in one of the issues. You see Doc Ock in one of because
didn't they do a direct crossover with Spider-Man once?
I have that crossover. When Mark gets sucked into Spider-Man's universe, that's because Robert Kirkman used to work for Marvel and he used to write Spider-Man and stuff. So he was able to do that crossover with them, and it's a great crossover too. I'm probably not going to get on the show.
I did not know that about Robert Kirkman. That's pretty cool because I know right now, Ryan Otley, the guy who does like arguably the best artwork in my opinion for the series of events. Like,
absolutely.
Cory Walker, I love you too, but Ryan, man,
no one compares to Otley, man.
Yeah, like he's actually currently doing the Spider-Man run, so I see his art, and like he just brings like a whole new feel to Spider-Man. Like when I see him draw that too. So I'm just like, it's cool seeing like him work on that when I just got used to seeing him draw Invincible.
Yeah, for real. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to. Also, I totally forgot. Big shout out to LDG because he made the intro for Game Changer and the banners and everything. I totally forgot to give him the shout out on the show, so I do apologize. So big shout out to LDG and also to Nindroid because he had over 200 subscribers. So big shout out to them.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Nindroid. Keep it up. You guys are gonna get up there big time, bro. Keep doing what you're doing.
Do y'all thing, man. As a smaller YouTuber, I know how the grind is, man. I just got over 400 like right before making this this video right here. And I see that as a milestone. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I love all the support. You know, all the feedback I'm getting. You know, I'm learning a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm having some of the most fun I've had in my life. I love just finding people to talk about this stuff with. You know what I'm saying? Just being myself. You know.
We got our first super chat from Anzo Big 4 Entertainment 699. Thanks for it. Comment chat hosting Stone Live. It's been a long time coming. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thanks again, Rob, for letting me know.
Been there from the beginning.
I appreciate it.
Danny's been there from the beginning.
I still remember the first show.
Danny, keep the super chat up.
I got you.
I still remember Rob ragging on Danny for his camera.
I was not as mean as you guys made it sound.
Oh yes, you were.
No.
He said,
oh yes, you were.
Stop lying.
Oh yes, you were.
Tough love.
Rob gave his chat tough love. He gave everybody tough love.
Hey, whatever tough love he gave, it don't compare to the tough love Omni-Man gave Invincible.
I ain't lying, boy. That's a dad. I'll tell you,
bro. That part when he said, I could always just make another kid. Bop, bop, bop. I was like, oh my God. Like, that was not in the comic. I was just like, bruh, like I lost it. I was just like, whoa, what? Like, that was way too much. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, that was amazing, man. That fight scene was just, like I said, that Metro part where he said, "You want to see something?" Put his head there, and just people were just blood was
running
flying.
through the train.
Blood was flying everywhere, bro.
That reminds me of a much grittier version of Brightburn. I don't know why I get that Brightburn feel about that.
I didn't see that.
That little boy, he was Hellboy. He didn't care. He did not care.
I still need to see that, man. Like, I heard it wasn't that good though. Like, I heard like it kind of like ended on a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't really that good. Like, it could have been what it was.
If you're a superhero fan, you'll like it.
I mean, it's just the prospect of just like seeing a kid Superman.
Yeah, he was cold, man.
Folks. Like, that's dope right there.
Yeah, he was cold. When he realized his powers and whatever that planet he came from, kind of awakened his powers when he turned like 12 or 13, something like that. That shit started speaking to him.
It was like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Brightburn was fire.
Yeah, I like Brightburn a lot.
Yeah, when he snapped, that sucker snapped, buddy.
What's it? The guy who made Guardians of the Galaxy made that.
James Gunn produced Brightburn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I know he working on the next Suicide Squad. I ain't even. I'm gonna be so honest. I ain't even really looking forward to that.
Hey, Alonzo. I don't want to change the subject, but I think you tell me about the latest episode on Black Lightning, Painkiller.
Well, that's not the latest one now. But
I watched it last night. Painkiller is gonna be hell. Painkiller gonna be a problem. They need to hurry up and make that show and keep it like that, and it'll be fire.
That episode was fucking fire, bro. And the ones after that are pretty decent too. You know, it's getting good.
Yeah.
You said you like Walking Dead, right?
Oh yeah, I absolutely love Walking
Dead. Did you see the? Shut up, Rob. Did you see the Negan episode?
Oh, hey, you know what? Hey, hold on. I gotta confess something right here. I love Walking Dead up until season 7,
Phantom Zone. Phantom Zone.
Like that
too
might
far.
be generous. That might be generous. Let me see. I'm trying to see because
Phantom
I don't
Zone.
even remember exactly when it was because I ain't watching it so long. The last episode.
Be very careful with the next thing you say.
Last
Yeah.
episode I liked, man, was I think the one where Negan actually took out Glenn. I didn't like how it was executed, but it was a lot of good moments in there. Like it was a lot of good acting and stuff like that. But then once the initial hype and everything died down, like I was just like, they really
Wasn't
didn't
that
have to do
comic
it like
book
that,
accurate though?
Yeah,
like,
but they killed
it
Abraham
was, but
first.
they did
That wasn't
too
in the
much.
comic.
They did way too much with that. Like I feel like they didn't have to take away Abraham's death from the comic. They still could have had his death from the comic where he got shot by Dwight. Like that.
That's what I fucking said.
They did not have to switch that out with that girl, bro.
Yeah,
I love that moment because that would have been the moment. Like if they had done it right, that would have been the moment where Abraham finally kind of like apologizes and also like comes to terms with what Eugene did. They get cool again, and then he started to tell him about like his mistake to Rosita and how he really do love her. And then he's still talking while Eugene turned his head and see he's still talking. It's an arrow. Yeah. They could have really shot that scene beautifully. I didn't even like how they had the arrow just hit her like talking like that. Like it was surprising, but I think it would have been better if they did it in a way where we didn't even know she got shot. And then the camera go to it and you just see the arrow out of her head. Everybody would have just been like, what? Like, when did that happen? Like, because that's how it happened in the comic book. And it was so much better executed like that.
Well, I wasn't a big fan of Abraham, so I didn't care. I liked the way
that was Duke Nukem.
I like the way they bust Glenn's head. But if there's any episode, watch the last episode where it's Negan's backstory. It's fucking amazing. It's one of the best episodes.
They put Here's Negan like actually in like a TV form, like they put it on there.
What's that?
Did they do like the Here's Negan like comic book? Did they like put that like?
I don't know how they did in the comic book because I didn't read the comic book, but it's basically his whole backstory, his wife with cancer and everything. It was well done.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I know in the Robert Kirkman, he released like a quick little short story just like focused on Negan and his backstory, and it's called Here's Negan, and it like go into his backstory and stuff like that. Explain that Lucille, his wife, she had cancer. All that.
Okay, sounds like the same thing.
Yeah, it showed how he first met Dwight and everything. So it was pretty cool. I actually got that for what it was, Free Comic Book Month, I think last year. They gave that out. Like they gave that out. So I still got that copy.
Yeah. Let me get this $5 super chat from Rob Storm. Support my boy Danny. Appreciate the $5 super chat, Rob. Thank you very much.
I tell you,
is Walking Dead still? Is this the last season, right?
There's one more.
I think so.
There's one more season. Yeah, this season just ended. One more season, and then it's done. Then they're gonna do the Rick Grimes movies and shit.
Yeah,
bro. What they should have.
My daughter used to live right where they filmed that at. So I've been to Walking Dead store and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You
bro,
see the sets where they
the prison arc, bro. The prison arc got to be better.
I don't give a fuck with anyway, so that show is fire.
It could have been much better.
Love what you love.
It could have been much better, bro.
I even like Fear the Walking Dead.
I hear Fear is better than regular Walking Dead now. Like Fear has become the default Walking Dead. Like
it's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I got a super chat coming in.
Let me get the super chat.
Super chat coming in from Mad1306, $5 super chat. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Did you see Grace's interview with Robert? In the interview, he said he was going to change things he never added in the comics that he wanted to do in season 2 and season 3. I didn't see that. I'm assuming he said Grace. He's talking about Grace Randolph.
Yeah. They did an interview after talking about the season 1. I didn't see that, but I did see a part where he said that there's definitely going to be more Battle Beast, which is amazing. Like I love Battle Beast. I love Michael Dorn. I was geeking out so much on episode 5 when he was just like wrecking it. That fight was one-sided, bro. Like he was just destroying everybody. He ain't take no damage. Like I love that fight.
I would like to see Omni-Man have fought him though. That would have been
I want to see Omni-Man fight him.
Yeah.
He's actually supposed to fight who's going to be the main villain throughout the whole series, Thrag, who's going to get introduced later. Thrag's like the leader of the Viltrumites.
I think I ought to give Omni-Man some kind of offensive weapon other than just super strength and durability. I mean,
Wow, you don't need anything though.
A laser beam, some kind of hand
Ah,
blast.
man,
No, Invincible, that whole brute
Yeah.
force aspect of it, that's what makes it what it is. The whole, like, I'm not about to laser you from far back. I'm about to fly up to you, dig my hands in your face, and rip it off type stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's Invincible right there.
Yeah, if they go with the laser beams and stuff, then you're really looking at,
Superman.
Superman. Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
all
then
I'm-
again,
All I'm
then
saying
again-
is when Superman came in and Zack Snyder and then laser beam half that sucking horn off and then whip his ass, that shit was pretty hot. So I wouldn't mind seeing that again, man.
and I was gonna say, like, I mean, there's Flash, there's Batman in there, there's Wonder Woman in there, there's Vision in it.
And look how that turned out. Look how that turned out.
I know, but they still in there, so I'm like,
Yeah,
they coulda-
man, he whipped all their ass like they stole something.
that was fire.
Yeah. Just straight.
Yeah.
I
So-
just gotta ask, like, did anybody else laugh on that scene in like a twisted way? I know people were shocked. I thought that scene was funny as hell.
What
Like,
scene?
When he chop him in half.
The end of the first episode when he just wiped out the Guardians of the Globe.
That shocked me because I can't believe they did that in the first episode.
Yeah, like I knew they was gonna make it a whole lot more epic than it was in the comic. Because in the comic, it was just like images. Like it happened in like 2
Yeah.
pages,
Yeah.
and they didn't even put up a fight. Like Omni-Man didn't even take no damage. So I loved how they did the fight, but just some of the executions, I don't know, just had me laughing. Like when Green Ghost was just like, "Oh no," and then bop, I was laughing so hard. Or like when the fish, like Aquarius, what's his name? When he had just kind of looked at Omni-Man for a second, just stuck, and then Omni-Man just got him, just boom, took his whole head. Like it was just funny, like how they was all just kind of stuck. I'm like, am I messed up for laughing at this?
I didn't take that fish man serious. They could the artwork on him. He looked like some kind of damn
Yeah, but see,
Charlie
they
Brown shit.
They knew they were gonna kill him, so they didn't take it. They weren't gonna go into this whole thing of trying to make him look all great.
I didn't take him seriously. I was like, man.
The only one in that group that was serious to be taken is Immortal. He's the only one that,
No, the
because
Wonder Woman chick too.
That Batman guy was nice too. No,
he there's if I'm not mistaken, I believe there's another version of him that's gonna come back later.
Yeah, his sidekick is actually going to take up the mantle or whatever. But he's actually a little crazy. I don't know if he's gonna be like a villain at first for a little bit.
I don't even know if they're even gonna hit on that since they're gonna be cutting out some of stuff. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do for season 2 because I don't know if I would assume the season finale for season 2, if they do it, would be the Invincible War, where the different marks from the different universes all come in.
Unless they wanted to be just action packed, which I'm not, opposed to that, because the way it happened, I ain't gonna lie, the way it happened in the comic surprised me so much, but I absolutely love Kirkman for doing it like this. Like we had literally just got finished with the Invincible War. Like I'm talking about a world-changing event. Like I'm talking, this was so epic, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is like the end of maybe like an arc or something. You need a cool down after this, right? And other comic book characters guest starred. This was live. and then Conquest shows up. Yeah, he just calmly just levitates right in front of Invincible, right as the dude is just mourning like all the damage. Like he's just seeing all the destruction. He got his head down. He's sad. He blaming himself. He mad. And then Conquest just like, here, boy, I am here to catch that fade. You know what I'm saying? And Invincible's just like, bro, who is you? Like, you know what? I'm mad. I need to punch something. You came at the perfect time right now. Let's do this. Oh! And it's just y'all ain't ready for what comes next, bro. Y'all not ready. Like y'all
Danny,
not ready.
Read that, but let me answer it.
Hey, this is a $5 super chat coming from Ms. Chevette, a friend from across the water. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. You want to read it? You said, Alonzo? You want me to read it?
You read it, I'll answer it.
All right. She said, do any of you like Supernatural?
Yvette, you and Terrence are the only one that like that shit.
And Mads like Supernatural.
I'll admit, I haven't watched it in a long time. But growing up, I had like a, you know what I'm saying? I had a little thing with Invincible, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not Invincible. See, I'm so focused on Invincible, I can't even get it out of my head. But I had a little thing with Supernatural, like, you know what I'm saying? Come home, watch it. You feel me? My dad would watch it a lot with me. You know, we didn't watch too many shows together, but that was one we would watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
like the first two seasons, all right, but then it started.
I liked it when it was more focused on kind of like the the monster of the week type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when they started throwing like all the religion in there and just started getting goofy with it and stuff like that, too much was going on for me. It
Not a
kinda
fan.
lost like what it was.
Not a fan.
Yeah, it is. You take it or leave it. It is what it is. But I do respect it though. I do respect it. You got to respect like how long it lasted. You know what I'm saying? The fan base it had and like what it did.
20-something seasons, man. That's a long time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not too many shows can do that.
It had its fan base. It did. But
Yeah, it does. Kind of like the X-File fan base.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. X-Files way better though.
Yeah, I like X-Files.
Yeah, like X-Files
was better.
Remember
I stopped
Toombs
watching
on X-Files? That was my favorite villain.
Who?
I'm about to say.
The guy that would come up.
Toombs, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember him. I gotta rewatch X-Files. Ooh, I'm 25, y'all. Like, so I'm young. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched a lot of this stuff, like, just off the fact that I heard what other people were saying about it, and I would just do my research and just go and, like, watch a lot of shows. Like, bro, you talking to a dude. I was watching Mad Men when I was, like, 13, 14? Like, you're not even supposed to be
I never watched that.
You're not even supposed to be into a show like that.
Yeah, man, too many white people on that show.
I was like, bro, I'm sitting there seeing these.
Mad TV?
No.
Mad Men. No, it's funny though. Like, it's funny though, because it's like the whole time. This is what's funny. I'm thinking the whole shit because I love mafia stuff. I love mafiosos. I love that time period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love that. So the whole time as a kid, I'm thinking like it's a show based on like mafia stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I watch it and I don't know nothing about Madison Avenue. I don't know nothing about what they're talking about, the meetings they having or nothing. I just know it's a whole lot of family drama and a whole lot of business drama. But for some reason, I just couldn't take my eyes off the screen, bro. It was like witchcraft, bro. Like, I just ended up watching the whole series, falling in love with the characters, all that, bro. Like, I don't know why, but I really like Mad Men, bro. It got some of the best talk scenes on TV.
I seen the commercials for it. I was like, I'm gonna give this a try, and I never did.
Mm-hmm. Wasn't about an advertisement agency too? Mm-hmm. Wasn't the premise of the show? It was about an advertisement agency.
Madison Avenue in like the 1940s and 50s. They was like it was always like a monopoly out there. Everybody was competing. Everybody was trying to have the best commercial, the best cigarettes, the best soap. You know what I'm saying? And John Hamm, the guy who actually, like I said, he's in Invincible. He does the voice of the security guard that had like an odd amount of screen time in the first 2 episodes. That was talking about like his surrogate son or whatever. The guy who stars in Mad Men, he actually does the voice of that security guard. So I feel like, maybe he might have like maybe some more to do in the second season. Maybe he might turn into a villain or something. I don't know. Because I feel like they gave him way too much time, like just for a regular, security guard or whatever. And to get a big name actor like that to do his voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
Never watched that stuff.
Yeah, like I said, too many white people.
It should have been right down your alley,
that show was disrespectful as hell, though, Robert. You ain't lying.
Rob, let's not forget you only turned black like a few months ago.
I've been black my whole life.
He like my whole life, man. Go ahead and show him your hood card, man.
What did he say in that one movie, man? Like, I've been down with the brown my whole life.
Yeah, see, bro, he got his credentials, man. Robert got look. He got his card. He got his card for the hood, bro, in his back pocket, bro, in his wallet, bro.
Yeah, he got that shit from me.
They gave him his certification. You said he ain't get that shit from me.
He did get it from me.
Oh, he said he got it from you?
Yeah, that's where he got it from, because it wasn't from me.
Yeah, see, you put him on, see. He got you to thank then.
Hey, I got distracted for a little while, and then I had the right person guide me back home again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. I fuck with you.
Donnie's like, really?
I want to know what you, Robert, since you read the comic and everything, Invincible. I want to know, like, what's something that they changed in the show, like from the comic, that you like do not agree with at all, like just like something that you really didn't like that they did.
The only thing I really didn't like was the fact that they made Nolan such an asshole. That's the only thing that really, because Nolan was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he didn't even talk that much like that.
And I'm a massive Adam Eve fan. Like, she is my favorite character. Her and Alan, the alien, are my two favorite characters. And like Adam Eve didn't do anything this season, really. Like, she didn't do anything.
What's the agenda of that robot? Because he got something going on.
Robot got shit going on.
Yeah,
y'all don't even fucking want to know what robot going on.
Know, man. Like,
dude, when shit goes down with robot, I remember I was at the comic shop. I had the issue. I'm reading it, and I turned the page. I'm like, holy shit,
bro! Like yes, bro. Like, I don't even want to say none of that shit. Y'all are not ready.
Yeah.
Y'all are not ready.
That's go online and find it.
I'm gonna just say, keep your eyes on Robot. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Robot up to some shit, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Robot is up to some shit, man. It would suck because I really liked the character, and then when
I still do. Like Zachary Quinto doing an amazing job bringing him to life too. Like, I already thought that he sounded like a robot and like acts like a robot in almost everything that he does already. So like having him do the voice of Robot, it literally fits like a glove, man. And
do you think they're gonna introduce Oliver next season?
I think the timing would be right, but
they would have to, right? They're not gonna go a whole season without no one there.
I feel like it's definitely gonna be in the later half. But I don't know, man. With the way they were switching stuff around in this first season, like we might see him in the first episode.
I hope they don't do that. We need time to forget about him. So then when he shows up again, you're like, oh my God, he's here again.
Matter of fact, I did a live stream the other day, and one of my subscribers said something awesome. Like, he had this awesome idea I want to throw out there real quick for how they could start season 2. Now, do you remember in the comic book when they just started an issue? I forgot what issue it was, but they just started an issue with following Angstrom Levi. And it was like a whole invasion with Omni-Man and Invincible and stuff like that. And they was actually on the same side. And it was showing like what it looked like if they did take over the earth. And then you got to see like him get up out of there. And then the real story started and stuff like that. And it showed what was there and stuff. They can start season 2 out with that scene. And it would be kind of cool because it would kind of confuse and take people back a little bit just for a little. You know what I'm saying? Because they'd be like, wait, what the hell? Like, we just saw Invincible fight hard to protect the Earth from his dad, and now he working. Like, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? They could do that as a cool opening and then segue to, you know what I'm saying, the real show. And
they need to hurry up and introduce him because I thought for sure they were going to introduce him some point this season, and they didn't.
And he's a huge character.
He's a massively huge character.
Yeah, he's the one behind for those of y'all that don't know,
the Invincible War.
Yeah. He's the one that actually brings all of the Invincibles like to Earth with his teleportation.
Yeah, not only that, but when he plays the part and when Robot does his thing, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Because
I actually forgot that. Yeah, Robot is the one. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It's a lot. He's tied to a lot of stuff. So his introduction has to be done in a great way. And we was also I was going back and forth in the Discord trying to like figure out some of the voice actors like for the characters that haven't been cast yet. Like we were saying, Keith David for a Dinosaurus could be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. I was throwing around Ron Perlman for Conquest. That would be awesome. You know what I mean? Or either Ron Perlman or what's his name? What's the other guy's name?
I want someone from Dragon Ball Z to voice somebody.
Bro, what's his name? The guy that does the voice of Vegeta? What's his name?
Sabat.
Christopher Sabat.
Yeah, Christopher Sabat. He can either do Thrag or Conquest, man.
Dude, if he did Conquest, that would be fucking dope, man.
That would be awesome. But I was just trying to think about as far as like what they're like, how they're kind of like picking people now. They're picking people that you wouldn't expect, and they're picking like real, like I'm not saying that he's not an actor, you know what I'm saying, but they're getting like actual like actors, like people that's not really, you know what I'm saying, too used to doing voice acting to be like in these roles. So you know what I'm saying, that's why I'm trying to think of like people that you wouldn't normally see, but they do got a lot of people that are heavy hitters in there too. Like the dude that does the voice of the Marler twins. Like he is literally everywhere. That guy's everywhere, man. And he's doing an amazing job as the Marler twins as well. Like I love how they're being portrayed in this show. Like the banter between them. You know what I'm saying? The whole who's the original thing. You know what I'm saying? I love how they doing like the Marvel twins. They like some of my best, like that's one of the best villains I've seen realized in this show, like that they've done. Because another thing I noticed is a lot of the heroes that kind of seem, I mean, a lot of the villains that kind of seemed like fodder in the comic, there was never really that much of a threat. They're getting so much more respect in the show. Like people like Machine Head, Doc Seismic. I don't ever remember Doc Seismic being that much. Like that dude was floating around on his watch and stuff. I'm like, bro, what is going on here, man? You know, like Titan, he was done much better. Like
I love Titan in the comics.
Yeah, all the development that he got, like I love
because he's basically just the Kingpin.
Pretty much, yeah. Like I love how they did that. Like that whole fight scene at the beginning of his episode where he took out that warehouse. Like, bro, he threw the pistol and it just broke his side.
So I do have a complaint. I didn't mean to interrupt. Now I'm thinking about it. It's like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they? I believe I got his name right. Bulletproof. Yeah, it's Bulletproof, right? What? Yeah, he should have been introduced already because they introduced his comic.
He came, like right there.
They introduced his costume, but they didn't introduce him yet because I remember he ends up taking the costume that Mark didn't want. Yeah. But the reason why that's important is because issue 90, he becomes invincible.
Yes, and that's
we get Black Invincible.
I love how they did that. And also another cool tidbit. I don't know if you know, but when I recently went back and reread Adam Eve's origin story.
Yeah,
and in the back, in the letter X in the back, you actually see Robert Kirkman. He talks a little bit about like you know how they created Adam Eve and Robot and stuff like that. And he actually goes into detail about a story saying that Bulletproof was originally going to be the name for Invincible. So that's how he even came up with the name for Invincible. Like Bulletproof was originally going to be the name for Invincible, and that costume was originally going to be the costume. But he found a way to still use the name Bulletproof and the costume, created a whole nother character who arguably had one of the best, most surprising and fucked up story arcs in the comic. Like I was not expecting any of that with Bulletproof, but I enjoyed it though. So he definitely has to be introduced because his story arc it's too good for TV. Like they gotta bring him in there. I don't know when they're gonna.
I'm wondering if they're gonna introduce him because I liked him as Invincible, and I'm wondering if they're gonna show the rape issue.
Yeah, but the whole Anissa thing. Yes, I have. That's actually one of my most successful videos on my channel right now.
That comic, I bought that because I used to be a subscriber, so I paid $2.99 for the comic. I went back the following month. That rape issue was up to $50.
That's crazy, man. Because like I said, I made a video not that long ago, literally a couple of weeks ago, detailing exactly what you're talking about. The title of the video is will that scene, you know, with Anissa and Mark still be in there, like in the Invincible show? And I made like it's a video of me speculating on whether they'll do it or not. And that video is already almost at 4,000 views. Like every time I check it, it keeps climbing up. And it's like one of my most highest like climbing videos. That one, I made a video talking about the backstory of Adam Eve. That's also doing real good. I see a lot of people really like Adam Eve, you know. Rexplode as well. I fucking love Rexplode.
I hate Rex.
He is doing like, man, he's being realized so good right now in the show. Like I knew he was a douche in the comic, but it's like the way they're doing him in the show is amazing. It's like they making him so much douchier, but it's like at the same time you got things that you like about him too. Like he got moments where he show you he's not a complete asshole, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like I love the moment he had where he was wiping the blood off, like where he was the one that took the action to do it, you know. And then Black Samson was trying to stop me, just like, bro, seriously, bro, like get off me, bro. Like that's I like how he did that, man. Like that
get a super chat, Danny.
Yeah, man, 1306, $2 super chat. Thank you, man, 1306. I appreciate the support. You say they're doing a live action Invincible movie.
Yep, Seth Rogen's producing it.
Okay.
Yeah. It was announced the same time they announced the series.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't even know like that was still a thing for a while until like the news started coming out about it, right? Because when they first announced the movie, this was way back when I had my first YouTube channel. When they first announced the movie, I lost my mind. I made a video talking about it, and then like we didn't hear nothing about the movie like at all, like forever. And then after that, they started dropping news that they was gonna make a show. So I thought that maybe they, you know, was like, okay, you know what? Maybe a movie is too ambitious. Let's take this back, make a show where we can really get all the characters and the story out there, bro. Let's not do it. So I thought they gave up on the movie. I thought they was just gonna make a show. Then out of nowhere, they like, we still making the movie. I'm like, wait, what? Like, hold on, bro. Like, what? That's what I'm talking about. Like, they trying to spoil us right now. And I know the same two people that worked on that's working on the movie. They worked on the Preacher show on AMC. Yeah. I didn't finish that, but I liked what I saw, though. I liked what I saw. They changed a lot from the comics, though. Jesus Christ. Like, you talking about Invincible. They changed so much in just the first season of that show from the comics. I love Preacher, though. If you ain't read Preacher, read Preacher.
Want to get the super chat, Denny?
I got it. Another super chat coming in from Niner Zeno 209 1499 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. He says, "Great job, Danny. Here at your Prune Daddy and Black Adam trailer." Hey, I'll take it, man.
The best trailer on the Phantom.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Just you guys. I don't know if you guys can see it, but up there where it says Invincible, it's actually autographed by Robert Kirkman.
Okay, look at you.
Ooh.
Where'd you get that?
Dude, I bought this years ago, man. I want to see how much Invincible #1's going for now because I paid $400 for mine.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
and that was like 6 years ago.
Okay, it's definitely going up there.
Because Robert might just sell his entire collection.
It'd be interesting to see who they're gonna cast as Omni-Man and Invincible in live action.
I'm curious to see who they're gonna cast as Mark. You know,
man. Let me see. Who would y'all cast, man? Like,
do you think Omni-Man could be the guy that plays on The Boys? Could he pull that off?
You talking about the star? You talking about Carl Urban?
Talking about Homelander.
Man, he's too fucking young.
I'm just asking. I don't know. I mean,
honestly, Carl Urban looks a little bit more like Omni-Man than Tony Stark.
Who would play Omni-Man? Hold on, let me look it up on Google what people would do. Invincible fan casting. I hate fan casting. I hate it.
They could de-age somebody. They could add more age to somebody as well.
Danny, Danny, he doesn't look anything like him. Just because he acts a certain way doesn't mean he.
Ooh, I'm about ready to kick you off your own show.
For real.
Ooh. Okay, I got the perfect guy. The guy who plays Negan as Omni-Man.
Yeah. He looked like it. He can pull it off. He got to get bigger though.
Jeffrey D. Morgan. Dude, did you see him? Did you see him in? Did you see him in Watchmen though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was yoked in Watchmen.
Yeah, he was young though. He's a little older now.
Yeah, he's older now.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, he got so skinny. I'm like, what happened? Hey, you know what? They can get. I'm trying to think of somebody who can play Invincible, like a young actor that I like that has like good energy, really good charisma. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think, man. Y'all know what's his name?
If they race swap, we know to play him.
Yeah, man. They always try to do some stuff. What's the? I'm trying. Dylan O'Brien. You know the dude that starred in the Maze Runner movies.
Yeah.
He could do it. He just recently did Love and Monsters, that movie that dropped. Yeah. He could actually play a good Mark Grayson. He could play a real good Mark Grayson. If they make him white. I mean, he Asian in the show, so I'm trying to think of an Asian.
Well, the voice actor's Asian in the show. He's still white in the show.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that they did that though. Like they actually made like I wasn't sure if it was or not, but they changed,
they did kind of make him a little Asian.
Yeah, they changed the race.
But see, they were more. I always took him as more Hispanic though.
I thought that too. I always thought that too when I read the comic.
I always thought the mother was Hispanic.
Yeah, I always thought that too when I read the comic. But you know what I feel like? I feel like maybe what they did was when they casted the actors, they just went ahead and made the actual character designs and the characters reflect the actors more that's playing them.
Yeah.
Because Zazie Beetz, you know, she's African American, she's black, and she does the voice of Amber.
Yeah.
And they completely just changed Amber into a black girl.
I did not like Amber. I hated Amber in the comics. I hate her in the show even more.
In the comics, she know what to do. Like she don't talk too much.
In the comics, she was just a girl. In the comics, she was just a girl to distract between the relationship between him and Eve. And then when Eve and Mark is together, she comes back and does something. But her in the show, I just found her a complete bitch. Adam
Like
doing a super chat.
What up, Film Master Adam?
Hey, what's up, Adam? Phil
What's
Master
going on,
Adam
man?
sends in a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. He said, "Hey guys, sorry I had to work. Want to show you guys some support. Appreciate it, boss. Thank you, man."
I'm gonna have to talk to Rob in the backstage and make sure you were actually at work and not using that as an excuse for not being on with us tonight. We're gonna have a little discussion because I already told you what you needed to be doing, right?
Well, you think those pizzas are going to deliver themselves?
Just want to make sure.
We got 39 people watching, guys. Hit that like button.
Yeah, going up.
Thank you.
Going up. So I say, man, I know it's obvious by this point by all the episodes we've seen.
We got 38 likes too. Damn.
So I'm gonna admit episode 8 from this. But besides episode 8, what was your favorite episode?
My favorite episode was the one. What was it? The one before that, Anzo. The one me and you were talking about. Where
episode 7?
I can't remember which. Was it episode 7? No, I think it was the episode before that.
Which one are you talking about?
No, the one before that was when they went to college. Episode 7 was when everybody started to find out, and like Cecil was
there was another episode where they had this music montage with Mark, and I was like, "Oh man, that's so good." I don't know why they do the music montages really well, and I want to see them do more of that.
In this show. I'm trying to think what episode you're talking about, because see, mine was not the finale, even though you know what I'm saying, like I said, I admitted it from this, but that's obviously the first choice if I'm throwing it in there. But admitting like not putting episode 8 up in there, I'd have to say the one right before that, because what I love so much about episode 7 is that arguably it throws the most original content in an episode. Like out of all the episodes, this one had the most original content in it. And it felt like it was all necessary. Like, I loved how they changed the story around. But I really loved how they did the whole season where they kind of turned it into like a murder mystery. But I love how it all came to a head in episode 7 and everybody was involved. Because in the comic book, it felt kind of closed off. Even though it was like an event that everybody knew about, it's like everybody knew about it afterwards. I like how they made everybody like involved as it was going on.
I did like the episode where Battle Beast was. Where like Mark just got beat down, and because then you saw the Guardians of the Globe really come in and try to help him out. And the one thing I loved about this episode was when Rex started cleaning the blood off, and he tried to stop him, and he's like, "No,
get off me,
get off me!" And that was a great moment from this episode.
Like I said, I love how Rex, like, you know what I'm saying, took the charge like that. Like, is he an asshole for sure? He definitely an asshole. That ain't going away. But like underneath that, he actually is like he got. I like how it's ironic because of what they did with him, because you already know what happens with Robot later. But I also thought what Robert Kirkman always did with the character is that even though Rex was always abrasive and always a bit much on the outside, he was more of a hero than the person next to you, you know what I'm saying, on the inside, because he did more for everybody than what Robot did. And Robot literally was living in his skin. Robot was Rex, but he never was Rex. You get what I'm saying? Like, I love how they did that. It's like Rex was a hero, and then eventually Robot ends up becoming a villain. But it's but it's like you would never think that. I love how they did that, bro.
Danny, you want to get to the super chat, buddy?
Yeah, now as you know, 209 sends another super chat, $4.99. Appreciate it, sir. He said, "I just started watching Invincible today and I'm hooked. I'm at episode 5 now. Do you guys think this show is better than WandaVision or Falcon Winter Soldier?" I definitely think it's better than WandaVision.
I agree.
Jury's still out on Falcon Winter Soldier because the last episode really kicked it up a notch for me as far as likability for Falcon Winter Soldier.
It's so completely different things. I love Falcon Winter Soldier, so I'm still putting Falcon Winter Soldier above, but Invincible is really good. But Invincible is also something that is going to benefit on what comes after. Like, once you see season 2, you're going to look back at season 1, because I was like on issue 103, and I'm like, man, I remember back in issue 12 when he beat the shit out of Mark. It's like you look at it as a whole, like Dragon Ball Z. Right? You watch Super, but Super is nothing without Dragon Ball Z, where Falcon Winter Soldier is this nice little standoff thing. But when we see season 2 and season 3 of Invincible, we're going to be like looking at this as a whole going, this is some of the greatest stuff we've ever seen. You know,
Exactly.
but I'm still putting Falcon Winter Soldier above though.
So let me ask you this: since you guys know Robert Kirkman's history, you're not worried that he's going to change things up to the point where it's just going to be totally different, like he did with Walking Dead?
No, because I think AMC got in the way of Walking Dead, where this is done by Skybound.
Mhm.
Skybound is
It's
the
more
company
in-house.
Yeah,
It's a lot more in-house.
he owns Skybound. He created Skybound. So
And the animation studio that's working on it is actually his studio as well. Wind Sun Sky Entertainment. It's like a subsidiary inside Skybound. So they do like all the animation and all that stuff like within the bounds.
The thing is, the thing what I like about season 1 of this, yes, he made changes, but none of those changes fundamentally changed who the characters were.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about.
At the end of the day, Eve was Eve, Mark was Mark, Omni-Man was Omni-Man. Yes, he was an asshole, and he wasn't really that much of an asshole in the comic, but you saw when he left Earth, he was tearing up, and we know when he comes back, he's gonna be a better person. So they didn't change anything. You know, even Amber, they race swapped her, but she still played the love interest. She's not an important character, right? We might see her one more time, and that's it.
It was pretty cold, boy, when he called his wife his pet. That's like, oh
Yeah. I wonder if they're gonna go into her drinking problem now, because she's supposed to get into like a real big drinking problem.
Every time she went somewhere, guy said, "I only got one glass. Go ahead and pour it." I was like, damn,
dude. I started like getting a little touched when Art burnt the picture, threw the picture of them in the trash. It was like because Art was always there to,
man.
You know, they were buddies, man, and yeah. I just hope they make my boy Alan in this next season legit. I'm a massive fan of Alan. Alan, he reminds me of Piccolo, right? And every time Alan gets beat down, that motherfucker, by the end of the issues, like by the end of the comic run, Alan is like this. Like this dude is jacked up.
Juiced up. Like he's so like bro is so yoked. Like, man, I ain't never. Like, matter of fact, I got something cool that I want to show you
and
guys.
Alan got game too, man, because his girl's like, damn. Well, what's he gonna show? Is this motherfucker pulled out an Alan the Alien mask? I'm out. Alien. The next episode, you're gonna see me coming in an Invincible One Piece.
No,
I wore blue.
No, don't
please,
do that.
Please don't.
Don't want to see that.
All right, what you got, man? What you got?
One of my subscribers, man, he drew this for me, man. Sent it in.
What the fuck? How come none of my subscribers do that for me?
I'm like, bro, like
they don't like you.
Nah, like, cause they know how much I like Alan the Alien, because I talk about him so much.
He's my favorite character, man.
Yeah, I love him. Like he's such a bro, man. Like he got your back, man. And
hell yeah, dude! And his friendship with Nolan is like the best thing.
Swear, man.
Like those, I swear to God, those guys would have been gay together. That's how much their friendship is.
That Prison Break issue together,
great issue,
legendary, man.
And if you guys don't know, because if you guys don't know, I don't want to spoil. Okay, I'm gonna spoil. But when Nolan, like when Nolan does die, like it hits Alan hard, man. Like hard.
Bro, it just messed me all up. It messed me up too. I ain't gonna lie. Because by that point, you know what I'm saying? By that point, I had been forgiving Nolan for everything.
Oh yeah.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the GOAT at that point, bro. You know, and it's like, matter of fact, for y'all, man, y'all see all this stuff with Nolan. Y'all think he a savage. Y'all think he's strong and everything. Now, bro, he has a fight with the leader of the Viltrumites, and he barely puts a scratch on this dude. Like he doesn't even hurt him. He gets destroyed. The same thing, it's like karma. The same thing he did to his son is going to get done to him by the leader of the Viltrumites. Like, he's just going to get beat with no hope of ever, you know what I'm saying, being able to fight back, bro. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, we got a super chat coming in from Sherry Baby. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it. $14.99 super chat. She said, support to Danny and crew for putting up with Rob's shit. You guys are good friends. Next bag of chips to crinkle into the mic is on me. Thank you, ma'am.
Come on, get your chips out, Donnie. Crinkle them chips into the mic.
I don't have none tonight.
What? No chips.
I don't.
Why did everybody always like put up with Rob shit?
I don't know.
Hey, like you starting the most shit, huh?
Everybody act like I'm the worst motherfucking person walking the earth, man.
I mean, at first glance, bro, being in here, like you do seem like the most turned up one. I mean, coming from a turned up individual myself, like you do, you know what I'm saying? Like they seem like they're the mellow ones, and you the one that get it.
I say this to everybody: when that camera's on, and when we go live, it's my job to entertain.
Exactly.
And I'm
10-minute warning. 10-minute warning.
10-minute warning. It's my job to entertain as much as I can. It's my job to be alert and aware and try to. If people are going to take time out of their day to watch us talk on YouTube, it is my job to make them laugh. So that's my theory anyway. But you'll see me in the backstage area. I'll be like this. I'm still live. Hey, what's up, people?
Yeah, just too bad you're not really good at making people laugh, though. You know what I mean?
Man, I'm fucking hilarious, dude. People laugh all the damn time.
They might be laughing at you, not, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, as long as they're laughing. As long as they're laughing.
Yeah. Take the win when you can. I know people be laughing at me. I made a fool of myself earlier on that live stream. If you didn't watch the live stream of me watching episode 8, Robert, you got to check it out, man. I lost my mind.
You weren't like one of those people that were like, and all this shit on the thing, were you?
Like I don't know if I was screaming like that. I think I was making more facial expressions because a lot of people like was screenshotting me, but I was just doing a lot of like, you know what I'm saying? I was just like stuck and like looking at the amount of carnage on the screen. Like even a guy that is a fan and that was prepared for this, I still wasn't prepared for this, bro. Like I didn't know what I was gonna do.
I wanted to go back and not rewatch, but I wanted to go back and reread all the issues. I just haven't had time to go back and try to reread these issues. Mm-hmm. But at some point I want to go back and try to reread some of this stuff. Especially preparing for season 2 and all that stuff. Just I hope we don't have to wait like 3 years for season 2. I really hope we don't have to wait that long.
That's why I got the compendiums.
I was expecting it to have more episodes in the.
I thought it was going to at least be 10.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they did a good job with the time they had, though. They did a good job.
I even messaged Anzo. I'm like, "Is this the finale, bro?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's the finale." But the one good thing was they were all hour episodes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they could have easily cheaped out and gave us like
WandaVision.
Yeah, like
Falcon.
10, 30-minute episodes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to get the other seasons out quick, though, because, you know, they did the same thing with The Boys. Soon as season 1 aired, they already announced that they literally greenlit season 2 and 3. You know, and they got those out relatively quick. Yeah,
I was worried because when I tried doing videos on Invincible before, and no one cared. Right, and I remember when we were doing Storms Live, I was telling Danny Onzo like Invincible, and like no one really cared, like no one in the chat cared, nobody. So when the show came out and people liked it, it shocked the shit out of me. I'm like, well, I like it, but I read the comic, like I didn't think just an average person would watch it and be like, oh my god. I had my friend Aaron message me. I worked with him about 5-6 years ago, and I got him reading the comics, and he messaged me today. He's like, dude, I just watched the finale. Holy shit. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, yeah.
I've been trying to put people on it for the longest, man. It's crazy. It's like, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like, I don't know like in my circle of friends, man, like I don't know too many dudes that read comics, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
They like to be more standard, you know, like I'm sitting here playing like a huge library of games that are just like on the wall, and they only want to play stuff like, you know, 2K and Call of Duty. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying they more
like casual gamers.
Yeah. They more straightforward, more normies, you know. So when I tell them about Invincible, I'm going in. I'm like, bro, this happened, this happened. They, oh no, man, no. But anyway, I'm saying all this stuff, telling them about it, and they just like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds pretty good, you know, but they don't understand, right? So it's like they watch the show, and when
give them something to smoke, and then tell them to read that shit. They'll be like, fuck.
I'm telling you right now, like I let some of them borrow it. They didn't want to read it. You know what I'm saying? They planned, they letting it gather dust. But bro, they didn't watch these episodes. They are blowing my phone up. They just like, bro, you was right.
Some people just don't have time to read stuff. Like there's a lot, like I'm a Star Wars fan. There's a lot of good Star Wars novels that are canon and I recommend them to people, and they're like, man, I ain't got time to read, man. If it ain't in a movie, I don't care. You know?
Yeah,
And so I've said Disney needs to take their novels and turn it into animated movies, sort of like what DC's doing with their animated movies. So I'm glad Invincible's animated now, so people can at least give it a shot. I'm ready for that live action movie, though. I want to see that live action movie, man. That's just going to be clean, and they got to keep it the way the show and the comic is. They can't just like nerf it, right? They can't.
It has to be unapologetically gory. Like it has to be raw. Matter of fact, now that I think about it, man, what do you even think like they're gonna focus on in the movie? Like, what would they even do? Like,
well, Kirkman said that the movie's not gonna follow anything they do in the animated show. So the thing is, there's gonna be a lot of people that sees the movie that hasn't seen the show. So I don't know how the hell they're gonna do that. I don't know how they were gonna do that because they could have done this whole series in one movie.
Yeah.
The second movie would be the Conquest movie, then the third movie, but that's when you're getting into trilogies and all that stuff. But I figured season 1 would have been good for just one movie. You know?
And I feel like the way that they can do it similar to how they do like so many animes out there. You could have like, okay, for example, since we are making all these Dragon Ball Z comparisons, you notice how like Dragon Ball Z has just this super long series, right? You know what I'm saying? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then it has on the other side equally like just a huge list and catalog of movies. But it can be argued if those movies are even canon or not. You know what I'm saying?
The movies aren't canon. Only the super movies are canon.
But it's like they tell their own like individual like self-contained stories that don't really like.
But if they're gonna do an Invincible movie, they have to do the Omni-Man story because it's what's gonna suck people in.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I think Omni-Man has the most attention right now out of the show. Like he's definitely the most talked about character. I think like he's a lot of people's favorite despite what he's doing. That's all I ever see people talking about, like Omni-Man. Like
I was never a big Omni-Man fan.
My friend actually hit me up on Instagram and he accidentally called this show the Omni-Man show. He didn't even think it was called Invincible. Yeah, he just like, man, that Omni-Man show go crazy, man. I'm like, bro, what you talking about? I'm like, you talking about a spinoff before it even come out, huh? You know?
Yeah. You said something last show we did, Rob, about they're supposed to change Invincible suit. It's gonna be a different color, you say?
Yeah, his suit's gonna be black and blue.
Yeah, it's on the cover of this compendium right here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna switch it to that.
Yeah.
And then switch back to the blue and yellow again.
Yeah, he actually makes a joke. He's like, "Yeah, I don't know why. I know this sounds stupid, but it's kind of making me like have anger problems, like making fun of the Spider-Man's black suit, which is funny." But
and he did. I ain't gonna lie. He did have some of the most brutal fights while he was wearing that suit too.
Oh,
he had that fight on when he first fought Conquest.
Yeah, he had that suit when he first fought Conquest.
Yep. So it's bad.
I'm ready for them to get into the death of everyone storyline. Like I know we're talking about like much later in the comics, but there's a lot of really good shit that's gonna happen.
And it's definitely got to be more than 3 seasons, bro. Like I know they said it's greenlit for 2 and 3 seasons. It's too early to like.
If it stays successful, and I hope they put it on Blu-ray. I'm gonna check if they put Boys on Blu-ray because this is something I would want to buy for myself.
Definitely. Like I get like a collector's edition of this, man. Like, for real.
I got an Adam Eve statue in my living room.
Oh, okay.
But that's the only statue they ever made from Invincible, so I would like them to get like more, you know.
What would you say would be like a good like length, like season count for this show? I'd say probably
5
8 seasons.
No, they could do it all in 5.
If they do 8 episodes a season, they could do 8 seasons though.
They could, but look how much they added into this season that's not even in the comics until later on.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. But do you think they're gonna do like they might have to like the way they fleshed out like other characters and stuff? I was thinking they might need more time if they're gonna introduce characters like Brit or the Astounding Wolfman, Tech Jacket. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, I can't wait for them to introduce Tech Jacket. I'm a massive fan. Dude, after they introduced Tech Jacket, I went back and read every issue of Tech Jacket that Kirkman did. I was like, Oh my god, fucking Tech Jacket. And he's badass. Like when the Ultramite Wars go down and they get Battle Beast and Tech Jacket on that shit. Dude.
Oh, Space Rider? Gotta get Space Rider up in there, man.
Didn't Tech Jacket end up being really good friends with Alan?
Yeah, he actually was. Yeah, he was. They was like next to each other a lot. Like when it came to the later issues, they had to do a lot of teamwork.
Yeah. Well, Tech Jacket, all he is a crossover between Blue Beetle and Green Lantern.
Yeah, pretty much. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of got like some Ben 10 vibes from him a little bit.
I never seen Ben 10, so I'm not sure on that one.
Yeah, just the way that the story started, you know, like with him like getting the alien tech and everything and stuff like that. It literally went down similar to how Ben 10 went, how we got to watch it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they need to definitely introduce these characters and flesh them out to get people introduced.
Do you think if they do the Invincible War, they're gonna show Witchblade and Savage Dragon and Spawn? Because they were in the Invincible War.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that like maybe for licensing issues, it would be dope if they did that. But I feel like maybe they'll just substitute that with the characters that I'm saying right now.
Maybe, man, but I really want to see Savage Dragon and Witchblade and Spawn in there.
And it'd be the perfect excuse too, because it's dimension hopping. And you know, it's kind of hot right now, you know, with all the stuff. Like literally everything is doing like dimensional crossovers or like multiple versions. Like that's so hot right now. Everybody's doing it. So I feel like this would be Invincible's chance of like doing a take on that story. And you know what I'm saying? Just adding its own little spin on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For real. Sorry, I didn't mean to sabotage your show, Danny.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. We're now at the hour and 11-minute mark. And I think this is one of the few shows we actually stayed on topic the entire time.
I know, right?
So
I thought I talked too much.
No, you're good.
You're good. We appreciate you for joining the show, Mr. Thing Ghost. I'm sure Rob will have you back. Well, definitely for next season. Because when you think, do you have any idea when the next season will?
I don't know when it's gonna drop, but I hope it comes soon because like this is, you know, the hype is real. You want to get it out while people still talking about it, you know, while it's live. You know, you don't want to wait too long. You know, have people let the hype die down, people forget and all that stuff. You need to keep this coming. Like it's good.
Yeah, they just said 2 and 3 have been confirmed, but there's no release date yet.
No, they would never release it yet.
Yeah,
give it a year.
Yeah,
it's good just to know it's coming though.
Probably this time next year we'll see it again. But I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Rob one more time for allowing us to do his shows on Fridays. Next week we'll be on Onzo's channel, Bigger Forward Entertainment. Don't know what the topic is, but I'm sure we'll have another exciting topic. Things are now getting a little slow now. We did have a little bit of a buzz. Steady stream with Mortal Kombat and other shows. So what's the next movie coming out on HBO Max? Is that going to be Space Jam?
I'm not even watching that, man.
I have no idea.
I'm trying to think of like the next big thing.
I think that's the next big movie. It's Space Jam 2, I believe.
If it is, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait off that. I'm good.
I am so not interested in that.
When A Quiet Place 2 coming up?
Yeah. Well, like you said, thank you all, people in the chat. We appreciate it. We had up to 40 people at one time. Thanks for all the super chats. I really appreciate it. Like I said, next Friday we will be on Onzo's channel with Storms Live and then tomorrow we'll be back on Rob's channel doing Storms Live and catch us maybe not.
Hold on.
We'll know for certain. We'll know for certain.
I will let everybody know.
Let everybody know. But until then, thanks, man. Peace. Catch y'all later.
Peace.